So let's continue. Procedure for static group. Here are the procedures in conducting static group. 1. Once a resident enters the jail, he or she is assigned to a particular static group. It serves as a permanent group that addresses the general issues in treatment. Sila ang kanang murag pamilya na gid nimo basud sa usa ka kuan sa sila ang kasilda pamilya nimo. Yang leader ninyo si senior resident leader sa usa ka static group. Ang imo sang kauban sad nga nisud sa presuhan, ang tawag sa niya imong batch, tawag sa niya kay peers. Dayon, number 2, it utilizes confrontation by peers to evoke changes in behavior through the group is primarily supportive. The group provides immediate support to new members of the community. Each resident member is encouraged in expressing and disclosing personal issues and concerns and receive feedback from other members. Violence and threat of violence are prohibited. For each session, the group may disclose any topic of desire or may follow certain themes for a more systematic flow of discussion. By using confrontation, identification, support, affirmation, and giving feedback, residents learn and practice the TC norms and values. The residents are oriented to new and positive coping styles, which they can utilize to live a new lifestyle and attain personal growth and better relationships. When their emotional needs and problems are properly addressed, their positive behavior and attitudes emerge and they will eventually feel better about themselves. Focus on the issues of the here and now. Personal disclosure of the past is allowed if it affects the present. Confidentiality is strict observed. The static group does away with negative socialization and employs positive socialization through a caring relationship with peers. Ano to? Number sa kaduha nga group kay peer confrontation group. The participants in peer confrontation group are selected by the staff and group according to peers. Like adult members will go with the W, same date of entry in the facility, and same goes with the middle and M young members. It is done in a more compassionate way where each resident tries to help one another. Participates confronts residents, same date of entry in the facility, and same goes with the middle. Participants confront each other on to what they do for themselves while in the facility and ask how they are coping with it. It is done 1 hour twice a month and involves 10 to 15 residents and coordinator. Kung ang static kay kanang done 1 hour once a week, ang peer kay 1 hour thrice a month. So ano ta sa procedure for peer confrontation group. Here are the procedures in conducting peer confrontation group. Participants will sit in a circle position. Staff may sit just outside the circle or there may be no staff. There is no particular order of speaking. It is conventional and free-willing. Participant may start with a prayer. Participant may then say, "What do you say about me?" Or "Please give me feedback on my progress here." Or "How do you see me?" Any of other participants may give an honest, straightforward feedback. Tone and feeling should be proportionate to the issue. Peer confrontation is done in a compassionate way where each resident tries to help one another and identify certain issues which could be a hindrance to his recovery. At the end of the sharing, the resident is asked to make a commitment about an issue that he feels uncomfortable dealing with. Sunod kay The encounter group. The encounter group serve as a safety valve within the community, which is usually highly pressured and structured. It is a forum for members of the community to verbally express pent-up or negative emotions within a structured and safe environment, without resorting to violence or aggression and without fear of reprisal. The primary goal hours of an encounter group is raise awareness of behavior and explore the underlying feelings that lead to such negative emotion is done 1 to 1.5 or once or twice a week, and involves a counselor and 2 co-facilitator and 8 to 10 residents. Procedures for encounter group. Here are the procedures in conducting encounter group. 1. A resident may drop asleep on another resident, stating his name, the name of the person he is dropping asleep, and the reason for dropping the sleep, only feelings of hurt, anger, and concern, and B. Reasons for an encounter. The staff will choose his co-facilitators who are also staff member. When he has gathered 2 or 3 sleep, he may schedule an encounter group. The facilitator will arrange the group in a circle in such a way that the 2 parties involved are seated opposite each other. The facilitator should be able to guide the flow of conversation, should be lead enough to interrupt any time he feels that the safety of the group is being compromised. The flow of the encounter group should pass through the 4 phases. Maroday ka ng magatubangay mo ba sa inyong mga saang encounter group. The 4 phases of encounter group. The 4 phases of encounter group are follows. 1. Confrontation. 2. Exploration. 3. Resolution and commitment. 4. Socialization. So, it is confrontation. This phase involves verbalization of concerns or honest disclosure of emotions that has been provoked during interpersonal interactions with another resident. Regardless of the cathartic nature of expression, the rules of the encounter group should always be respected. This phase consists mainly of exchange of verbal expressions of emotions as a way of release. 2. Exploration. In this phase, all the feelings that were expressed are further examined and explored and find out how it could have resulted in such a way to evoke awareness on the connection of behavior, feelings, and attitude. In this phase, bringing or finger pointing at one party is avoided. It will only cause resentment from one party. Resolution and commitment. After some realization and attaining some insight into their behaviors, the residents are now ready to move to the last phase to practice new behaviors from the feedback received, and the resident involved will now express how the feels about the whole thing and may own up. His behavior will have caused the conflict. He then goes to make commitments to avoid such occurrence as in the future, such as cause the conflict. He then goes on to make commitments to avoid such occurrence in the future. Such commitment made by the residents will be monitored to make sure that they are being put to practice avoid. Number 4, socialization. It is a structured social event where all those involved in an encounter will have ample time to mend fences with those they have offended or hurt in the past. The purpose is to achieve closure, reaffirm relationships, and maintain the unity of the community so that all those involved can move on and leave the past behind. The extended group. The extended groups are usually composed of 5 to 12 residents and are facilitated by 2 highly trained staff members. It may last for 8 to 72 hours. The participants must have at least 4 months in the program and have shown adequate stability before they can included in the activity. It is a potentially intimate and intense session which needs a significant amount of preparation. It focuses on the here and now but allows a deeper exploration of issues that affects new behavior. Special subjects may be focused such as sexuality, trauma. Specialized groups. The goals of the specialized groups are 1. To provide group support with the aim of resolving problems and restoring healthy functioning of the residents who have concerns or issues. To create a feeling of universality among residents who have similar issues or life experience. To explore issues based on certain themes as a guide. To provide a safe environment where residents can freely express their feelings and concerns. The clients enhance coping skills and their ability to release inner feelings are indication of good specialized group. Women's group. It is done 1 hour once a week, might last for 6 sessions, and it involves 8 to 15 residents and a counselor. It provides an opportunity for all female residents to share and discuss their feelings on women issues, family relationship, self-identity, self-image, societal role, and reproductive issues. Issues to be tackled are gender-specific problems and aims to help female residents identify their challenges and needs. Residents are helped to explore and understand the relationship between women's issues and their influences on them. It enhances self-understanding among women. They can also help each other through mutual support and concern. Men's group. It is held 1 hour once a week and involves 8 to 15 residents and a counselor. Topics include expression of feeling, reveal of true self, dealing with feeling, and how to avoid abusive relationship, family conflicts, sexuality, and sexual relationship. Group sessions enable each of the clients to identify, express the feeling related to the trauma and lesson learned from those experiences. Medication support group. It involves residents on medication and jail health personnel. It is done as long as the residents are on medication. Counselor holds the group once a week who are on medical and psychiatric medication. Group members are educated on different kinds of medical and psychiatric problems, and it affects sharing on the intake of medicines and eye side effect of taking it. They also share and discuss how to face these difficulties, coping with the disease and problems encountered while they are on medications. Anger management. Anger management is the process that helps people identify stressors and helps them to stay calm in anger management, for them to handle tense situations in a constructive and positive way. Good Therapy Org 2018. In TCMP, it is done 14 hours for 6 weeks or as needed and is curriculum based. It usually involves 10 to 15 residents. It is facilitated how they demonstrated their anger before they came for treatment, and while in the facility, and how they go through it. Participants are selected based on interview. The attitudes shown while in treatment. The group is an avenue for the residents to know their anger, feelings, and acquire their knowledge and information on how to deal with their feelings in different situations and personalities. So let's move to secrets. Secrets are a group activity where participants are given the opportunity to unload emotional baggage and thus experience freedom from internal psychological context. It promotes trust among the participants, knowing that each will reveal his utmost secrets to the group. It also aims to deepen mutual respect among the participants. It involves staff and 10 to 12 residents. It is usually done 1 to 2 hours once a month. Procedure for secrets group activity. Here are the procedure for secrets group activity. 1. Form a group of 10 to 12 residents, preferably of variedly different persons. 2. Each one is instructed to go to a place where they can be alone and free from distractions. 3. In a piece of paper, the resident will write a letter to him about an event in his life which he has been keeping as a deep secret because it has caused a lot of pain, guilt, shame or anxiety. 4. The letter is written as if he is addressing it to somebody and could start as dear friend. He should not state his name or any name and place which could lead the group as to the writer. He may write it in a way that would not give away any hint. This is done for 30 minutes. The group then converge and all the ruled letters will be placed in a bag. The residents will be seated in a circle. The first one will be asked to pick up a letter and read it aloud to everyone as if it is reading his own letter. The rest will provide encouragement to the advised, moral support, motivation to reader. No criticism or negative comments are encouraged. 6. The facilitator admonishes the participant to refrain from curiously trying to find out the owner of the letters. Everyone is likewise admonished to keep the discussions strictly confidential. 7. After all the letters were read, the facilitator will do a brief processing focusing on the feelings of the participants and how it affected each one of them. The group may choose to pray as a closing ritual. 8. Before the group adjourns, the facilitators collect the letters and burn them in a clay bag or garbage bin as a symbolic ritual of letting go of all the hurts and pains and not allowing them to hinder their future growth. So, ito sa pre-release interview. Pre-release interviews are done before the PDL is scheduled to be released to the community. The objective of pre-release interview are to ensure that the resident to be released is well prepared to face the new challenges in the community upon their integration into the mainstream of society. Balik naman na balik na, so aray na ta, so so lesson 1 ta sa final nga module, pero motong last topic sa final ni Mosef. Lesson 1 final. Hmm?